Before we get started today, this video will contain spoilers for the entirety of Attack on Titan, including the manga. So if you haven't fully finished the story, make sure to come back when you have. When you think of a bird, what comes to mind? No, seriously, try to picture it. The feathers, the beating wings, the ruffle from the wind. Does flight come to mind? And if it did, what does flight mean to you? To most, it stands as a symbol of freedom, a freedom that we humans envy since we cannot reach it on our own. It's the reason why when asked about which superpower they could have, more often than not, flight will be a common answer. Because flight to them means this freedom of sorts, this ability to follow your whims. Because if it was just about getting to a destination quickly, teleportation would be way more common. But it's not about the end goal, it's the journey, and to make that journey, you must be free. Birds show up quite often in history and literature. In literature, it's almost a universal symbol. If you've been in any English class, you've probably discussed birds before and their meaning, and all of them probably point in a similar direction. It's a direct symbol of freedom. How about historically? In Native American culture, birds have a variety of meanings, spreading from positive all the way to negative connotations. However, almost all of these stories that they are featured in have a core subject: to teach the meaning of life. Now, doesn't this sound like someone we know? Doesn't this seem similar to Eren's ideology of the inherent gifts someone is bestowed upon at birth? That inherent freedom and value they possess? In Christianity, birds are almost always smothered with connections to hope and a sense of divine intervention. We can see this hope throughout Attack on Titan. More specifically, the hope that humanity will one day be free was the main driving motive throughout most of the first 3 seasons. And the divine intervention can easily be seen through the rumbling. It's presented in a way where Eren is acting as this god who has absolute power over the people of the world, and they are at the whims of his jurisdiction. In Celtic culture, birds were widely regarded as souls of the deceased. Now, this is important. You see, the world of Attack on Titan, especially parody, or Paradis, I'm not really sure how to say it, but has drawn heavy inspiration from Germany. Actually, Shiganshina itself is based on a district in Germany called Dana Ries. And yes, Ries as in the royal family. Anyway, now I didn't do a deep dive into German heritage, however, it seems that they have a connection to the Celtic culture. This further strengthens the point of Eren's return in the form he possessed and the historical reasoning behind it. But Eren is not the first one to be shown alongside birds, or as one. The bird is a reoccurring image in Attack on Titan. After Armin's conversation with Eren in the very last chapter, a bird is shown. Now, this wouldn't be cause for arousal until you look at the subject matter of said conversation. Eren explains his reasoning for his actions, alluding that it was all in his nature, something I'll talk about more later. However, it was all through his actions that he wishes humanity to be saved. He wants Armin to lead the world to a peaceful future, a free future, after the curse of the Titans has been erased, once again showing the connection between the bird and freedom. There was another instance of symbolism in Attack on Titan that probably not many even cared to think about because it was pretty minor. A bird, more specifically a falcon, was shown at the beginning of Season 4. The falcon itself is a being that symbolizes victory, something which Marley did achieve in their efforts for that battle. However, its inherent nature is that of freedom. We see Falco reaching out towards the symbolic freedom, effectively communicating that he wants to leave this bloody battlefield and be free from the strife Marley has subjected him to. And this is shown again in slightly different circumstances during the final encounter between Eren and the Global Alliance. Falco assumes his Titan form, yet it displays bird-like characteristics. Now, narratively, this is because Falco has consumed some of the Beast Titan's spinal fluid. However, to assume a bird-like form is very specific and intentional. Falco is the only Titan or Titan shifter that has ever had the ability of flight and the ability to taste the true freedom. With Falco's bird-like form, the Global Alliance was able to combat Eren and free the world from his resolve, quite literally attaining freedom utilizing a bird's wings. With Eren's innate nature to pursue freedom, there's a great video I watched on this, please check it out, link will be down below, that it is no surprise how easily his ideals line up with the symbolism of the bird, and if it be culturally or historically, his last appearance has been supported by it. Now, if you believe the ending to be bad or good, that's all up to you, but you can't help but think that it does, at the very least, make sense. Hello, hope you all enjoyed the video. That was a quick video on a topic that I thought would be pretty cool. I made an analytical video about Attack on Titan a while ago and asked if you all would like to see more videos like that. And sadly, it did take a while, but hopefully this lived up to your expectations. But if you have any comments of your own, make sure to leave them down below. Trust me, I read them. Also, look at this graph. Okay, but as always, stay awesome. Too awesome. Thanks for watching.